And good afternoon, softball fans, or good morning, actually. Good morning action here at the Eagles Nest here. The Lady Eagles getting ready for a doubleheader. Had a big win a couple of weekends ago against St. Fred's. Played and won the district championship since the last time that we saw them here. They finished undefeated at 5-0, but it has been a week since they have played. I know Coach Brad and these Lady Eagles are ready to get things going. They welcome in the Lady Bucs of Barbe. There you get a look at the Lady Bucs out of Barbe down in Lake Charles. They come in. You've heard a lot about their storied baseball program. This is their softball program that is here today. Scheduled for 2. We've got a 10 o'clock and a 2 p.m. That 2 p.m. they're curious about. That's the dreaded 2 words in softball, weather permitting. Looks like a lot of it coming in, but it's not a rain out until it's a rain out, and we were concerned about the weather of even getting this one in today or this morning, so we're delighted to be here. I know that Coach Turney talked to him several times last night and this morning too, and every time you watch it, you see that storm tracker weather just pushing back a little bit, so we appreciate any time that we can hop over to KALB and get a look at the weather and see what's going on, and we certainly appreciate the work that they do in keeping us weather aware with everything. Should be a great morning out here. Our starting lineups will be just a moment, but we can tell you what is ahead of us for the Lady Eagles. It's a very similar lineup to what you've seen all year long. Sawyer Shelton will lead off. She will play center field. Just a treasure to have on the show with us. She certainly is very well spoken and great to have her out there, and she plays softball about 100 times better than that. Belle Drago will play left field, gets to start there and bat second. Emma Davis, who has been all-world in defense for the Lady Eagles, she plays second base and bats third. Sophie Giordano, the super senior shortstop, is there batting fourth. Kenzie Lyles, the 8th grader who leads the team in home runs, gets the start over there at third base where she's been all year long. Addie Wright is over at first base. Kaylee Methvin will be back in the circle for the Lady Eagles. She's been a mainstay there for the last several years. Kate Perotti as well behind the dish. She bats 8th. And the designated player batting 9th is Parker Nalbandian. Mika Keogh will be in right field for the Lady Eagles. Had the lineup out here, but we turned it over to the voice of the Lady Eagles here, Donovan Davis, to get going with the starting lineups, and we'll have that back up here. But we'll cover that. We'll turn the mic over and let you listen to that. We've got to go in and fix this because that's not who they're playing at all. I see things along the way as we go, so bear with me. We're delighted to have you guys out here. It's been a long couple of days. There you go, Lady Bucs, and we'll see if we can change that coloring a little bit for them as they are more blue than anything. Look at the live action. You're having the changes made on there. But I am Doug Gann, delighted to have you out here. We are 446 Sports. Out of the Bible, it comes from Ephesians 4, verse 4 through 6. And we invite you to go look that up and check it out and let that resonate in your heart. But looking forward to bringing you one of over 300 games on the season here in the central Louisiana area, and we've gotten outside of it a little bit, and bear with us as that wind is whipping through here. But glad that you're a part of it. If you are new to what we're doing and you're watching us on Facebook, we invite you to go up and hit that like and follow button on there. We're nearing 10,000 followers and really feel like we're going to be there today. So they've got the area over here to my right where they do the cooking, and it's a covered, let's go the other way. It's a little covered area that's right there, and that's really where we thought about setting up today, but this is where all of the magic happens here, is where that grill is. So you can smell the hamburgers that are making their way to the concession stand. The fries are back there, and you see Coach Turney out there in the umpires meeting. They'll shake hands and trying to get this thing going just as quickly as they can. Now their second opponent of the day is the Lady Cavs of Calvary out of Shreveport. We saw them last Tuesday night on here, April 1st, and there was was no fooling about that one. It was a great game to watch. The Lady Cavs in town for 2 games today. They are over across the subdivision at Alexandria Senior High. Well, they will take on the Lady Trojans this morning at 10 o'clock, have lunch, and then make their way over here this afternoon, we hope. Should be a good one. A lot of great ladies on that team. Coach Tiff and her dad, Coach Frazier, are there. They've got a Coach Gann, too, and a Coach Hojo. So it's a fun bunch. 28-0 on the season, maybe 29-0. But a lot of great softball that is around here. We've got one to go in this one this morning, and it's just a few minutes away. Again, hang in there with us on the wind. Had a lot of great ones yesterday. Gosh, had 4 games on the show yesterday. Capped off with that big Grace Christian Lady Warriors win over Anacoco. That was a Class B top 5 matchup. Lady Warriors win that one. They score 3 in the first, gave up 1 in the first, and 7 innings later, that game ended 3-1. Riley Guillo did a great job, had 13 strikeouts in that game. But we are here on the campus of Holy Savior Menard this morning. Again, I am Doug Gann. Just delighted to be here with you. They're going to get ready for the public address, so we're going to turn it over to that as well. Don't go anywhere. We've got softball just a few moments away. First pitch scheduled for 10 o'clock, but I bet we make it before then, a minute or so anyway. Again, Doug Gann, 446 Sports. So delighted to have you with us here on this, we'll call it because we're playing ball. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning in April.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the nest. In today's game between the Barbe High School Lady Bucs and your Holy Savior Menard Lady Eagles. Today, starting off for Barbe High is number 18, Ella K. Number 7, Morgan David. Number 21, Bailey Scott. Number 14, Tyler Corbin. Number 20, Sydney Olivier. Number 4, Caitlin Offel. Number 8, Nora Edwards. Number 10, Marley Jobert. Number 2, Kylie Lacombe. And number 9, Bailey Sonia.
And there you have it, our starting lineups and national anthem, and ready to get this thing underway. Get a
One
look
housekeeping item, the extra bathrooms are in the corner of the main football building, not the outhouse that says bathrooms on it, but the one behind it, in the main football building in the corner behind the outhouse.
We've got to announce that your bathrooms are behind the outhouse in there. It makes for an interesting evening. We're trying to get our starting lineup back up here. And gonna see if they'll get that back up here to me so we can get going with our Lady Bucs lineups on there too. Kaylee Mouthfin getting loose in the circle on there. Thank you, sir. And we are ready. Ella Kay will lead off. She plays shortstop. Morgan David plays first base and bats second. Bailey Scott will be in the circle for this Lady Bucs team. Taylor Corman is a designated player and bats fourth. Sydney Olivier wears number 20, bats fifth and plays center field. Caitlin Laughlin behind the dish. Nora Edwards, second base. Marley Jubert, Taylor Lacombe in left field, and Bailey Saunier is the flex. And we're underway here. Getting ready to get this thing going. First pitch on the morning at 9:59, and it misses for ball one. Methvin rocks back and fires that one in quickly. Misses on both of them, down 2 balls and no strikes. Takes her a minute to get settled in, but when she does, she gets off and rolling. That one ground. Shortstop Giordano's got it over to first and in time, and that's the first out. Retired. Good work getting that as Kay was flying down the line. And that's out number one on the morning. Morgan David, first baseman for the Lady Bucs, will stride in. We are in a different area tonight. Normally in the bleachers, we're normally out there beside the scoreboard. Mackenzie kept hitting the ball at us, so we had to move. Actually, we're dodging rain on this one, and that's a good-looking strike thrown there. Again, Morgan David, first baseman for this Lady Bucs team. As you hear that wind just whipping through where we're at, a little elevated area. That one misses up and out of the zone. Good-looking pitch, but getting established now with strike zones and such and where it is, and Kaylee working her way around, seeing what she can get away with. Kayla will rock back and fire this one, and it misses as well. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles fans starting to make their way in this morning. Good crowd from Barbe made their way up 165 as well from the Lake Charles area. Good looking pitch, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, looking defensively, Drago in left, Shelton in center field, and Keogh in right. We'll have the rest of it for you in a moment. Oh, changeup is there, bounces in the dirt. Safe, gonna have a play down at first. Good work by Parati behind the dish, gets it down to right, and that's out number 2 in this first strikeout for Methvin. Again, we're going around the defense for you. It is Kenzie Lyles at third, Giordano at shortstop, second base is Emma Davis, first base Eddie Wright. And the battery today for your Lady Eagles, it's been a familiar one behind the dish. Kate Parati, you saw her just make that big play. And Kaylee Methvin, who records her first strikeout of the game. That one fouled back and out of play over towards the tennis courts and football field and such. In the conversations that we've had with Kaylee, she's not concerned about the strikeouts. She does have over 500 in a career, but she wants to throw to contact. She believes in that defense and wants to let them work. Methvin gets the sign in, rocks back, delivers an off speed that just misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. This is the pitcher for Barbe. This is Bailey Scott, number 21, bats third in the lineup. takes that one up and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Calvary and Ash off and running on that game across the subdivision today. They'll swap teams, swap opponents here in these games if they can. Swung on and missed, and that evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're up in the stand, so I'll try to keep the emotion a little bit in check. It's difficult too with the smell of the burgers and the fries and the softball that's going on, but we're going to do our best. Methvin looks back in. That one is down the line and foul. We've got 3 and 2 on the scoreboard here, and I don't see any disagreement from the officials, so we're going to adjust that, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Methvin will look into Scott, and they'll do the full count offering once again. That one lifted high, but playable. Shelton drifting back, but she's under it and has it, and that will retire the side for the Lady Bucs in the top half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll be back. Due up for the Lady Eagles, Sawyer Shelton, Belle Drago, and Emma Davis when we return. We are back here getting ready to go. Going to keep you updated on that one. Lauren Civils with a big 2-run bomb over there. Scored Carly Guile in that one. And the Lady Cavs lead that one in the bottom of the first 2-0 with Alexandria coming to bat now. So Bonnet gives up the big 2-run home run. Getting ready here, Sawyer Shelton will stride in. Sawyer, of course, bats from that left side. Definitely a slap hitter, no doubt about it. Had her first home run of her career earlier in the year. And conditions favorable for it today. Ball blowing out to center field and a good fastball pitcher there. We'll see what Sawyer's able to do. She homered on the first pitch she saw down in Kinder in that big matchup. Scott will rock back and fire. And Sawyer lets that one go outside, ball 1. If you're wondering what a slap hitter is, you get the pure definition of in the box right now with Shelton. This one rocks back. She slaps it over there. She's hustling down the line, but going to be in time. Tremendous work over at shortstop by Ella Kay. And Belle Drago will stride in. Two pitches for Scott and 1 out. That one misses up and out of the zone. Sawyer pounded that into the ground at shortstop, but Ella Kay just came over and got that one. Wonder if there's an opportunity to move that 2 o'clock game up a little bit. Who knows? That one ground foul back to where we are in the yet unsponsored ground foul. We're working. If you've got a chicken organization, that's just about a perfect sponsorship opportunity for you there. That one lifted high, but center field camping out under it there. And that is going to be a fly ball out to Sydney Olivier in center field, and quickly 2 up and 2 down for Scott. It's going to bring the Lady Eagles second baseman Emma Davis into the box. Scott rocks back, misses up and out of the zone with that one. She starts all three batters now out of the zone. I don't know if she does it intentionally, but tries to establish that high fastball and doesn't get it to go. Scott rocks back, fires this one up and out of the zone, and it's 2 balls and no strike to Davis. Sophie would be next. Scott will rock back and lets this one go, and it's popped up. Second base camping under it, and that's going to be secured out there by Nora Edwards. Well, they called it safe. She dropped that one. I looked down to find out who it was, and Emma Davis is on base. So before you say, hey, look, man, she dropped it, how did you not see that? Well, I didn't see that because I was looking down to see who it was. Runner at first base, and Sophie Giordano. Opportunity that you got to take advantage of when you get one like that. First error of the game. Scott rocks back and delivers this one, and off and running. Going to slide in there, and Emma with another stolen base, and she seems to roll those up. A single as good as a double, a walk likewise. Something in the grass, you know that Davis will score. She will be running on contact. 1 ball and no strike. Sophie had to do a little maintenance on that mask this morning that she's wearing. It was loose, and you don't want that when you're in the box. Scott rocks back, fires this one up. Top part of the strike zone, evens count up at a ball and a strike. A lot of senior nights coming up the next week or so as this season starts to wind down. I know some seniors, she is one of those. That one lifted out to center field, giving chase, though, and making that one. And the third out is by Olivier, and that will do it. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on. We're through 1, scoreless. 2 up for the Lady Bucs, Corman, Olivier, and Laughlin when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community's spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.
Back to action we go here. You see the Lady Eagles finishing their warm-ups. And that is Taylor Corman. She is a designated player in this one. Just wonder again, we talked about if there's any opportunity to, they're scheduled for a 2-hour break between games. That one is grounded to Giordano. She goes to backhand it and unable to get it, doesn't get the glove down on there. Going to rule that an error in this one. He'll put a runner at first base. Don't know that that she would have gotten Corman there, but that backhand, she just didn't get the glove down on the ground in time. Come up to throw because she knew she had to make a quick throw. That'll bring center fielder Sydney Olivier to the plate. 2 catches in the first inning. That one bounces to the backstop, and that's going to get Corman down to second base now as that one is thrown. And I don't know if they're showing a little bit of rust from the 1-week layoff. But it's a ball and no strikes. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. But that's just prime time for Kaylee Methvin. She'll come in and just start throwing strikes. That one, though, misses off the plate, 2-0. wind is blowing right in her face, too, and that probably has something to do with it. As it moves that ball, it's coming dead from off of center field to the baseball field over and blowing straight out towards Coliseum Boulevard. 3-0 offering now coming up. And it is ball 4. 4 straight balls and a walk. Caitlin Laughlin, the catcher, will stride in. Squaring around the bunt, that's a good looking bunt too. Lyles is going to field it, not going to be in time. That one was safe there and very well executed by Laughlin, and that will load the bases up here for Nora Edwards. Good execution by this 5A Barbe team. We'll see if there's not a runner that's coming in. I think it is. That is number 3, Kylie Vernier. And if that's Vernier, sorry about that. We'll stick with Kylie in this one. Lady Eagles need a little ground ball double play. One back to Methvin wouldn't hurt. Come home to first. That one over to first base. It's dropped there. Play is going to be made at first for the out. Safe at home, and that'll score the game's first run. We're looking to see what they're calling at first. We don't know. Trying to get something. I don't know who was looking at what, but they're going to have her out at first, in fact, but the run does come across. So that's the first out. You know that Barbe will trade that one. So an RBI for Edwards, and Marley Jubert will stand in. And I asked earlier, was it Jubert or Jobert? They told me Jubert. That's what we're going with. 1-0 here in this one in the top of the second. Lacombe will be next. And then the top of the order back. Swung on and fouled back. Good piece of work there by Kaylee to come back strong. If you can limit it just to the one run here, I think you're where you want to be. Again, that wind is brutal up here, but at least the wet stuff is staying out of the way for now. That one lifted high into left field. Going to have a play at the plate. Coming up and throwing, and what a play there to come up and get it. But look at the work by Methvin to come home. So coming all the way up. So good work by Belle Drago. And Coach Turney's telling her to get the ball down. When you're going to throw it, you cannot throw it up in the air. That ball just caught up in the wind and blew. And Coach from Barbe not excited about his runner not tagging up on that one. But good work by Drago out in left field, and that will bring Taylor Lacombe. Taylor, T-A-Y-L-E-E, if you're scoring at home. That one low and out of the zone, and Methvin just an out away from getting out of this after loading them up with nobody on. Well, if you can hold this just to one run, that's got to give you a lot of confidence and motivate you to get the bats going there in the bottom of the second. Ground ball is that's going to be tough. That'll score the run. Over to first. Not in time. Safe at first, and that will score run number 2. Good piece of hitting by Lacombe. And that is the second run of the inning, and you'll get back up to the top of the lineup, and Ella Kay. Kay is the shortstop. Variety's going to take a moment to go out and talk to her pitcher. We'll take this this opportunity to let you know that we're brought to you in Menard Eagle Baseball by Eastside and the Circle Duran Family Investments and the family and friends here at Menard, at Holy Savior Menard. So we're grateful that you allow us to be a part of what you do here at Holy Savior Menard and the Holy Savior Menard Sports Network. How do you like the sound of that? That one fouled off to the right. Two runs, one hit, one error for Barbe in this one. No runs, no hits, one error for the Lady Eagles. Often stealing, they'll work it out. Good looking work by a half a step or more. And that is big time work by Parati behind the dish to get out of that. So when you come back up, Kay will still be at bat, but due up for the Lady Eagles is going to be Lyles Wright and Methvin when we come back. Lyles will stride in with her team-leading 8 home runs. Wind blowing out as a group of the baseball players out there beyond the center field fence, left center, I guess, field fence, and waiting to see if they can get a souvenir. Scott comes in, and that one is on the ground. Bobble around there, and Kinsey going to hustle her way down, but not in time. Good work over at third base that time by Marley Jubert to get that. The first out is recorded, and Addie Wright come to the plate. Addie will bat from the left side. And this has been good work by Bailey Scott to keep that ball down and out of the air, away from these big sluggers of Menard. She keeps it low in the strike zone, and it doesn't allow you to get that ball up in the air. That one, anything but low in the strike zone, and it's up and away, ball one. To get one of those runs back here. One also misses, 2 balls, no strikes. Just looking for base runners here. So don't see the error for Barbe on there. They've got it on the scoreboard, 2 balls, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, but I don't think they've committed. It was a walk earlier that got her on. Back there, or as you're sitting there at home saying, no, it's the one the second baseman dropped the fly ball. Oh yeah, that one. So it is, the scoreboard's correct. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Barbe. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Lady Eagles. They've got 1 out here in the bottom of the second. One misses away, and 3 balls and 1 strike. So uncharacteristically out of the zone for Scott here to this to Wright. Wright, then Kaylee, then Kate. Due up for the Lady Eagles. That one up and out of the zone, and Addie's going to find her way down to first base. Second base runner for the Lady Eagles in this one, and Kaylee Methvin, who up and down this lineup, you look around at people that can't hit the ball out of the park, and it's difficult to find. Kaylee looking to help herself out here against her counterpart in the circle. Methvin up in the front of the box. Back foot even with the middle part of the plate. Watches that one for strike 1. comes inside. And Bailey Scott, who had a pretty good inning the first one, got a little bit wild here for a couple of hitters. She staked to a 2-0 lead, though, here in the bottom of the second, way early in this game. That one grazes the top part of the strike zone, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a good fastball, though. She brought that. That fastball misses, and that keeps it. It brings it to 2-2. They're in top of the third across the subdivision. Calvary leads it 2-0. That one fouled straight back. Haley with a good look at it. That one lifted down the line. That's trouble. That's going to drop for a base hit. Going to have to hurry down to second and safe, and in time is Zaddy. And boy, that was just that was a tough one there, because you don't know, you can't go halfway because you're going to get doubled up on that. But it drops in for the game's first base hit for the Lady Eagles. And Amelie Lyons will go and run. So runners at first and second. Let's clear that out of there for you. Lyons on to run for Kaylee, and Kay Parati will stand in. Boy, what a good throw she had to end that inning. That one misses down low. Boy, Kate wanted to pull the trigger on that, but did not wisely. It's a good base hit there, just over the second baseman, and now things brewing here for the Lady Eagles. Maybe some of that momentum from that throw out by Parati, that one in there for strike one, evens things up at a ball and a strike. So getting into the pitch count now, Scott, who threw about 8 or 9 pitches, is all in that first inning. She's up to 27 now. So Lady Eagles doing a good job of working the count and getting deep in it too. Softball's a different sport. That player out on second base, and there's a runner. They'll let you know where the ball is coming based on where she sees the catcher set up. And going out perhaps to talk about that a little bit is Edwards. She's going to talk to Scott. She's saying, hey, look, I may set up here, but I may move there, because you don't want to give any sort of indication there. Big moment early on in this one. Now Bandian would be next. She is the designated player in this one. Scott rocks back and fires. That one out to center field, where it's going to be retrieved again too, and that's 3 outs for Sydney Olivier, and may want to find a different spot to go than center field. And now the Lady Eagles in danger of squandering their 2 base runners on there. But Parker now Bandigan strides in. We'll see what Parker's able to do. If she can get on base, that would flip things over to Shelton. And you'd like to see Shelton bat with the bases loaded. I mean, Parker's got to get on base. Ground ball to shortstop, and it's bobbled around. Going to take the, he's now safe. Oh, they're calling her. Oh, my goodness. And Coach Turney's going to go out there and have him. He needs to have a little earful of that, as we had her safe here as the ball was bobbled around and come up. But I don't know that, unfortunately, they'll have a discussion. And this is big that they're going to get out and talk about this. Don't know that if they'll be able to overturn it, though, with the official. at home on that different look. What you'll do is tell them to go back and point to the bag and call safe, or point to it and call out, and that's all that you'll do. But this is a big moment in this one. And safe is the call there, so they get together and get the call right. And now they'll go over and have a little discussion with Barb's coach and let him know what he saw. And that's a big-time turn of events here. And that will load them up and get it back to the top of the order for Sawyer Shelton. And he's the discussion on is, look, you call out in it. And I think she might be, the point of question might be that she called out and she meant safe. But they went over and talked about it. But it was clearly safe in that situation. Reached on the air by the shortstop, Ella Kay. And that's one of those where it's bobbled around, you get it, now the coach is going to come in or the umpire is going to come in that was in the field and have a little discussion about this. And they'll talk about it again. And this is one of those that if you turn and go the other way with it, then that's going to confuse things certainly as well. And saying, look, she called out. Now it's got to be the call. They turn around and said, look, she made a mistake. She was safe, and that's what she had on there. And that'll load them up for Sawyer. So Parker reaches on the error. That's 2 Lady Bucs errors. But can the Lady Eagles make them pay for it? It's going to be in the hands of Sawyer Shelton. You see Sawyer there getting ready to step in. She's seen Scott one time today already, ground out to shortstop and Ella Kay in that one. But here we go, runners at, and let me fix that so nobody at home is wondering. There are 2 outs in the inning. And Shelton watches that one go for ball 1. Cooler head certainly in that one. You don't like that at all, but they approached it the correct way. Scott now trying to pitch out of a jam. Barb had a timely hit back in the top of the second. There's Sawyer who pulls that ball. Actually got around the plate on it when she did that. 1 ball and 1 strike. She'll get a little dirt on the gloves and stride back in. Clouds still continuing to roll in. Sawyer watches that one bounce around, but good work behind the plate there by Caitlin Laughlin to prevent that from going anywhere, because Eddie Wright was set to come in and score should that ball get around. Shelton 0 for 1 on the day. She ground out to start things going. Scott now 2-0. Sawyer runs through strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, evens things up. That was a good fastball. Got in on Sawyer, I think, before she knew it. And the slap hitter gets back in the back of the box and ready to do this. Barb fans making a little noise, as are the Lady Eagle fans. Scott toes the rubber there. Will rock back and deliver this one. Sawyer to second base. They're going to have to try to get her. First ball's on the ground. 1 run is going to score. The other one's going to come around and do that as well. Amelie Lyons hustling around. Coach Brad waving her around, and that is 2-run error. But putting pressure on the defense is certainly what you want. 2 runs come across, and we're knotted at 2 in this one. Belle Drago will stride in and expect Sawyer to make her way down to second base here just momentarily. 3 errors in this game for the Lady Bucs. It's got this game tied at 2 apiece. And Sawyer makes her way down. They fake the throw, and they're going to have now Bandy and dead to rights over there at third base. She was coming off and took the throw, and Coach Turney explaining to her, using that as a good coaching moment on there. Drago will be due up in the bottom of the third when we come back. But coming up is Ella Kay Morgan David and Bailey Scott. We're knotted at 2, heading to the top of the third when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom...
We're back top of the third. Ella Kay will lead things off for the Barbe Lady Bucs in this one. She was on base when the caught stealing was there. And that one misses ball 1. 2-2, brand new ball game. Top of the third. Errors have been the name of the game here in this one. Good looking fastball by Kaylee. And Coach Brad will tell you too that which is an easy one to call when they struggle is when they're making the errors, and Barbe has done the same thing. That one ground foul down the line past third base and Kinsey, and that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 Calvary going to the bottom of the third across the subdivision. They will battle Ash, and they're set to come here. Following that one, these two opponents will swap across Charles Park. Barbe heads to Ash, and Calvary will come here. That one is fouled up into the net, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes once again. I'd like Kaylee to settle in, have a good inning here, and then get back up and get those bats going. But top of the order, she's got to get through. Had good success with them back in the first. It was the second where it got into trouble a little bit. That one misses inside, much to the chagrin of that Eagle crowd that has made their way in here. I think we're in somebody's spot. They come in and look up at us. We have moved, as you see, our vantage point's a little bit different. We're under this covered structure. That one up and out of the zone, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, normally we are out there somewhere. Yeah. We appreciate the folks at Menard that put that structure up for us here. We're able to come in and get a good vantage, but this time we're keeping out of the weather. That one ground over to Kinsey. She covers it well. Across the diamond she goes to first, and in time for out number 1. Ella Kay hustling down the line, but she is retired 5-3, and Morgan David will come in. David 0 for 1 on the day. That one is lifted up. Kaylee calls everybody off, and she'll get that herself. And that's 1 pitch, 1 out, and you'll certainly take that. Kaylee's thrown 31 pitches. Only about half of them in the zone, and that's a number you don't normally see. Bailey Scott, her opposing pitcher, will stride in. Had some hard luck with the defense in there to allow those 2 runs to score. Swings right through that off-speed offering from Methvin. Glad that you're here with us. If you don't mind, if you're new to the channel, hit the follow button. That one up and out of the zone. We are nearing that magical 10,000 mark. Magical, I don't know. I think just the other day we were at our first 100 followers, and I said, man, this is neat that people even care and follow what we do. We're delighted. It's all because of you. That one up and out of the zone, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Methvin rocks back and again trying to swung on and miss. That rise ball looked good to Scott as it comes in the zone, but up and out of things before it was over with. And now an opportunity to get out and record her first clean inning of the game. Methvin, just as we talk about it, that one is hit out to left field. And that doesn't really count as an announcer jinx because it just isn't. That's a base hit. Turn around and talk a little bit. Let them know the place at first or second. Taylor Corman, the designated player. Come in. Corman has scored a run today. She's 0 for 1, but did score one of the runs on the errors. That went down the line, and foul is going to drop harmlessly over, and Keogh will come up and get that one. Here, Buckeye baseball getting ready to go. They'll play North DeSoto that one in the ground, and that's going to allow Scott to get down to second base. And that's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaylee looks over. She's going to get the sign here. That ball, and that buckled the knee of Corman, but able to hold off on that one and take the second ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, top of the third. Kaylee throws the changeup, and that will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, she's mixing her pitches quite well today, without a doubt. 2-2 offering. Throws that one back and into the dirt again, and he didn't really have a shot at that. Now runner at third. Full count here from Methvin. Throws that change up again. And caught over there at third base. A little high five on that one. And then we'll do the full count offering once again to Corman. Fastball was there, out to second base, handled there and over to first. Good work by Emma Davis to finish that one off, and that will keep things scoreless in the top of the second. Runner stranded at third base. Due up for the Lady Eagles. I believe that is Drago, but we'll see when we come back. No, it's not. Anyway, we'll catch up here in the third. Bottom of third, we'll be right back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
In fact, to catch things up, that is Belle Drago that is on deck here is batting. She was batting when Sawyer was attempting the stolen base, and they caught Lions off of third base. Or now Bandian, excuse me. Lions had came in and scored earlier. So we'll see if the heart of this Lady Eagles lineup can get things going and keep the bats going. Drago, Davis, and Giordano due up here in the bottom of the third. High strike in there for strike one. That one misses. Ball on a strike. Good crowd settling in here today. The stands have filled up pretty good. It's a little bit longer time getting in here. That 10 a.m. start was tough on some of these folks. That one is off foul, and Coach Turney there, not to be outdone, fields that one. Told him that he said, man, y'all got on me a little bit in that Port Barre game. Well, you got to move your feet and get in front of it and be there. He did that time, made a good position and got that one. 1-2 offering now to Drago. Up and out of the zone, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clouds still starting to make their way in. Gotta believe they'll try to push that next one up a little bit. Since both teams are in town, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, getting Drago on base would be huge here. She does such a good job when she's on the bases. That one is ground pass. There's a diving L.A.K. at shortstop, and that is a base hit. And hustling down into second base, going to be there with a double. And that's just amazing base running. And we told you that Bill Drago on the bases is a gamer. She will get after it. Give her the double, and she saw double the entire way. And Emma Davis strides in. What a good at-bat and a good piece of hitting by Bell. Now it's up to Emma. Base hit here will score Drago. Takes that one. Strike one. They're in the third in Alexandria. That game is 2-0. Lady Cavs lead that on a Lauren Civils home run. 70 home runs now for the Lady Cavs. At 91 last year. That one smashed into the plate and back foul, and quickly behind 0-2 is Emma. Well, the smell up here is a lot different because we are just a few feet from where they cook the burgers and the sausage and such as that. Got some wings being grilled, smoked down in the air, and that's going to get Drago over to third base. Coming up throwing, or trying to throw, was the catcher Laughlin, but she didn't have the ball with her, and that gets Drago just a base away. Ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if Coach Brad won't do it here on this pitch. But first baseman staying back on that one. I believe if you could bunt one down the right side, you could probably get Drago home. That one bounces around and low, and a good job of snagging that behind the dish by Laughlin. Softball today brought to you by the Pelican Sports Report and 446 Sports. That one's smoked over, and that's going to be dropped there by the shortstop, Kay, and that's another error. And hustling back down into second, and I'm telling you what, this Lady Eagles team is flying around the bases today. Good at-bat there by Emma. You get a look at her. And Sophie Giordano will stride in, trying to take advantage of this. 3-2, Lady Eagles with their first lead of the game. Again, wind blowing out. Sophie holds off on that one, and it is ball one. And the Lady Eagles, last couple innings, making this Lady Bucs team play defense. They've got 5 errors on the board. That's a tough call. I've got them with 3. The last couple were base hits in my eyes. But my eyes are not the official book by any means. So 2 balls, no strikes. Giordano, 2 balls, no strikes. Looks in at Scott. Scott rocks back, fires this one. And you can see a little bit of frustration setting in on Scott as defensively it's been tough for the last couple innings. But the base running, the aggressiveness by Drago and Davis have been the key, and not just settling for a single, but getting in a scoring position both times. We'll see what Soph has here. G watches that one up and out of the zone. That's a 4-pitch walk, and that'll put runners at first and second for the big bomber, Kenzie Lyles. Kenzie Lyles will stand in there, and this is an opportunity that would open things up. And then you got to think the Lyles is going to be first pitch swinging here. You throw 4 in a row out of the zone. If you're Scott, you're going to let up and try to just throw a strike in there, make sure it is, and gives a look back at the scoreboard over there, and that's where Kenzie likes to hit them. That one is lifted high. She was first pitch swinging. That's going to drop down, kick around. And by far, not remotely close to the hardest one that Kenzie's hit. But it was effective. Just cue-balled that over the first baseman's head, hit and spun out into foul territory, which has allowed the base runners to advance. Now Addie Wright come to the plate from the left side, see what she's able to get going. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Lady Eagles, 2, 3, and 3 for Barbe in this, and Lady Eagles with an opportunity to open this thing up just a little bit. Get some breathing room, and if you can get a 3 or 4 run lead with Methvin in the circle, you think you're good. That one's going to come right back here to home. Play will be made there. Looking to first. They're going to call the out over at first base, and that is a double play. Score that 1, 2, 3 on the double play, and that erases the opportunity for a big inning there. Takes the runner off of first. The runner's at second and third, but 2 outs now with no run scoring. Good work there on that ball from Bailey, back to Bailey Scott. She got it into Laughlin pretty quick, and then over to Morgan David for the 1, 2, 3 double play. And Scott looking to wriggle out of this thing with just the 1 run. That one drops down in ball 1. Well, Addie hit it hard. Now Kaylee Methvin will stand in. Kaylee, of course, has pop in her bat as well. Rocks back, fires this one, bounces low again, and a good stop by Laughlin behind the dish. Laughlin doing a good job of not allowing those pitches in the dirt to get past her. That pitch up and away, and again, Laughlin a good job to go up and get that one. 3 balls and no strikes. Being very careful with Methvin here. I don't think they want to give in to her at all. First base open, I don't think you have to. Methvin can turn a softball around as quick as she can throw a strike. Scott rocks back, fires this one. The 3-0 offering right down the middle. Clear take on that one the entire time. You see the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down there. It says 3-2, an opportunity to make a little bigger lead for the Eagles, but that 1, 2, 3 double play hurt things. Let's see what they're able to do here. Scott rocks back. That one up and out of the zone, and that'll load them back up for Kay Parati. And Amelie Lyons will come in. She'll courtesy run for Methvin, get her back into the dugout. Calvary now on top of Ash 4-0 in that game. We'll see how that happened. The foul ball hitter in the box, and so it's going to be foul ball, and that kind of helped Parati out a little bit, as should have been toasted first on that. Guile had the other 2 RBI hit. 4-0. Calvary leads Alexandria in the top of the 4th. Calvary looking to move to 30-0. That one ground over to second base, going to be handled there. And the little flip to second, just the 1 run, but they do take the lead in this one. Boy, you had a moment you thought you were going to get more out of that. But these pitchers have been solid in this one, and pitching around. Some errors in the field, 3-2 after 3. We'll be back right after this.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
We're back here getting ready for the top of the 4th. In this one, Lady Eagles lead this one 3-2. Three runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Menard. 2, 3, and 3 for the Lady Bucs. And that one taken out of the zone, ball 1. Boy, you can smell the smoked wings that are getting cooked down the way. Those guys do a great job. Sal Drago and that group that's down there tailgating. That one in there for the strike. Don't forget, if you're looking for something to do between games, head on over to East Side in the Circle for all your game day grub. Plenty of it. Make your way over to the Circle. You got time to head over there and grab you a bite to eat. That one in there for the strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks here thought that was one, but that is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, you'd like a clean one here and get into your rhythm if you're Methvin. She's shaking off a pitch. Throws that one up and out of the zone and fills the count up, and that's the... Don't forget, join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll be out at Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll present the Lady Eagles with their district championship t-shirts, courtesy of BU Designs and 446Sports. That one is ground up the middle, so unable to get to it there. Seeing eye single right between Methvin and Giordano. And that is a good base hit. Caitlin Laughlin now, as that was Olivier Caitlin Laughlin. Stands in. That one bunted in the air, going to be caught there by Wright. And no, I'm going to tell you what, Emma saved that run from advancing, but good work down there by Addie as she comes up and plays that bunt just about as well as you could. Get a good look at Addie Wright there, came up and made that play. And then Emma made her way all the way over. And we'll see if they're going to run for Olivier, and that's what I believe they'll do, is get a courtesy runner, we think. This is 23, so Kinsley easily will hit here for Edwards. Kinsley easily the pinch hitter for this Lady Bucs team. Methvin throws that one down low and out of the zone, ball one. That was a shot down at first, yeah, and they've got her hung up. Now they're going to throw down. Good work by Parati to get it down to right, and that out is going to be made over at first base, and a caught stealing. Good work. She had drifted off the base. I think that may have been a little bit of a hit and run, and the batter swung through that one and nowhere to go from first base when contact is not made. So a big-time play defensively in a game that the defenses, both squads were a little tough there in the second inning. They have settled down nicely. Up and out of the zone, ball two. Well, when that rundown was executed to perfection, the thing that you don't want is too many throws in there, and the Lady Eagles did that. Good job of running it back, and we'll have that for you. That was certainly a good-looking play. Ground ball over to Soph. She'll backhand this one's got a spin, but I don't think she's got, yeah, the bases are too shallow to do that, but a good job by Soph, and she looks like she's holding that back a little bit. Day certainly, definitely one of those that if you're a senior, if you're going to be a senior here, you want to pattern the way that Sophie has represented these Lady Eagles and this school over her time here. And we'll get back to the game here momentarily. There's another snap throw down to first, but not in time. That one goes off the ground. Kaylee looked like she just dropped that one, and it got away from her. They're going to the top of the fifth across the way. Alexandria trailing Calvary 4-0 in that one. That one ground over to third. Lyles is going to have that just at the line and over to first in time. Good looking play. So you think she's just a hitter? The eighth grader has command of that third base line as well, and that bag will move to the bottom of the fourth. Lady Eagles lead this one 3-2 when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Getting things going at the bottom of the fourth. Parker now Bandy and will lead things off here. 9-1-2 for the Lady Eagles. Parker with that one over to second and over to first in time for the out. And back to the top of the Lady Eagles order. And that is Sawyer Shelton. Sawyer reached on an error, drove a run in, and then had the stolen base that Nalbandian was erased on when she was cut off. That one popped up down the line, and nearly caught in. Good work by the right fielder going over to left fielder trying to grab that one. That was Taylor Lacombe. And boy, she gave all out effort for that, and it's just a strike on there, but good work by Lacombe. Sawyer in the very back of that box like she likes to get. Nothing in one from Shelton. She recipient of that foul ball being dropped. We'll see what she's able to do with it. In the left side there, in looking to cut something off. Runs through that one for ball and a strike. Through that one, 2 balls and a strike. And getting her on base just creates so many things in an inning for you. As leadoff, we saw that last night in that game with Grace and Anacoco. That one again down the line. This one though clearly and into that area where the chicken wings are being smoked. Even things up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the crowd has definitely made their way in here nicely. We could have been in our perch today, I believe, but it's just difficult to gauge. Sawyer pulls this one over to the right side, and she's going to be retired second base to first for the second out. And Beltrego come to the plate. Piece of hitting, but Olivier's right there to glove another one, and she's been solid for him in center field and makes her 4th put out of the game. Scoreless both sides of the 4th inning. We'll be back top of the 5th. 3-2 Lady Eagles lead this when we come back.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus.
Back here for the top of the 5th, and Taylor Lacombe, the left fielder, she's the one that made that big effort out in left field. Good looking pitch by Methvin there, evens things up at a ball and a strike. One up and out of the zone, and that's 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Two runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Lady Bucs. 3, 4, and 1 for the Lady Eagles. It's a ground ball there to Sophie. She'll have another chance. Head over to first, and not in time, and that's just a good piece of running. We're just a clean base hit. And that'll get you back to the top of the lineup. And Ella Kay. Kay's over 2 on the day. One ground back towards us. Shot down at first again, not in time. They're often going at Buckeye, North DeSoto and Buckeye in action there on the baseball field. That one right back at Kaylee, and that got her pretty flush, and Methvin is down. That'll be a base hit, but things will as we get off of that, we're going to slide away and get away from a shot right back. Knocked off the. We'll be back right after this.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and...
So we are back here to Holy Savior Menard. Mika Keogh will replace Kayla Methvin in the circle. She came off looking pretty dazed. Like that, it knocked the wind out of her, got her shaken up. She is, looks like she's doing well over there. So we'll keep an eye out for you, try to give you some sort of an update on there. But to set things up, Keogh will come in from right field to play, to pitch, and get into the circle to replace Methvin and Abby Clare out in right field. Abby Fingleton will go out to right field. And you'll see a big difference in pitching in this one. Mika has been solid. Throws the ball a lot different. She throws a lot of strikes, but the velocity not there with Methvin by any means. But at this point, you just need strikes. Sophie, with her back concerns, won't be in there to pitch, we don't believe. But I'm gonna tell you this. Kayla Methvin is tough as nails, and I expect if there's an opportunity for her to shake the cobwebs off and get back in there, that she will. That one low and misses. 3 balls and no strikes. They've got a little activity coming out into the bullpen for the Lady Eagles. Keogh misses there, and that'll load him up. A little big turn of events here in the top of the 5th. And this is Bailey Scott, the Lady Bucs pitcher. Takes that one up, and Mika just has not been able to find it. She's trying to get loosened up, too. Just don't know if she got properly warmed up at all, but rushed into action. That one misses out, and that's 6 straight out of the zone. And you know that Lady Bucs are up there taking until she can find that she's got command of it. That one is ground fair. 1 run is going to score. Another one at just inside the bag, and they'll bring another. And that is a 3-run double right there for Bailey Scott. Boy, you just never like to see that at all. That's why they wear that mask. All of the infielders do for the Lady Eagles. That one in there for a strike. 5 runs, 8 hits, and the 3 errors for Barbe. They've taken the lead on that 3-run double. That one lifted high. We'll see if Abby's able to come up and get that. It drops in. It's going to get behind her. They'll go to second base. Got a good shot at second. Good work there to come up and get the out. So heads up awareness by Fingleton to pick that up and get the runner out at second base. But it does allow a runner to get all the way around to third. And now Sydney Olivier stride in from the left side. Still trying to keep an eye down on that Lady Eagles dugout. That one misses up and away. Lady Eagles won't be done. They'll continue to come up and swing the bat. We play top of the 5th. 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the 5th for Barbe. 2 runs in the second, 1 in the 3rd. Olivier was saying it hit her. The official saying come back to the bag that it didn't. They'll bring in the field up to have a little discussion about it. Don't know that that's one that they'll overturn. Although this group did a good job of discussing things, and the plays that they're concerned about, they do. And so they'll keep her in the box, and doesn't make a ruling on it, but keeping Olivier in the box lets you know that they're saying it did not hit her. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. Keogh rocks back, and that one is ground over to first base. That'll score the run, but Annie gets that in time for the out. And the wind blew our camera over there. That'll clear the bases here, and 2 outs. 4 runs allowed since Kaylee was injured and went out of the game. They're tending to her. That one misses. Keel misses there, 2-0. Keep it right here and get the out, and you'll have an opportunity. This one's not away from you at all. Gotta believe that'll fire up the bats too. That one lifted down the line into the tailgate area. Struggling to find the zone, and Coach Brad looking around and seeing what he's going to do. Keo bounces that one in there, ball 1, and just not finding her effectiveness like we've seen her through. Don't know who else Coach Turney has to turn to. That one lifted high, and Sophie's under it. Should get the Lady Eagles out of the inning, and it does. But main concern is Kaylee Methvin here, and you know that the coaches will fire those bats up and get them ready to go. That'll see if that gets the Lady Eagles aggressive at the plate. We'll see what they have when we come back for the bottom of the 5th. Lady Eagles trail this one 6-3. Got some work to do when we come back. Emma Davis set to lead things off for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom half of the fifth. 2 runs in the second, 4 in the top of the fifth. All 4 of those came following the hit in the circle by Methvin, who went out at that point, tending to her on the side. I think she's going to be okay. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with her. Complete healing in that. Bailey Scott, the recipient of 4 runs, puts her back in the lead, but this is the heart of that lineup. 3, 4, 5 comes in there. Emma Davis, Sophie Giordano, and Kenzie Lyles. 2 up. Right would see time in this if one of those get on. They play in the bottom of the 6th over at Alexandria. Calvary leads that one 6-0. A lot of walks and hit by pitches in that game. Again, scheduled to come over here following this one. We'll see. Checking on some things for you over there, as it is 2 balls and no strikes here. That one's smoked but foul. Good job by Davis there. Anderson, another 9 strikeouts on the day. She went over 1,000 in that game against Pineville. So big week for them. They played North DeSoto on Thursday, played Darwin Woods for the championship, played Pineville, playing Alexandria. Now we'll play Menard. That one is going to be down and a base hit for Emma Davis, and she trips over the bag looking back at first base. I think just a little bit of her pride was hurt on that. Soph will stand in there. G comes to the plate looking to get this Lady Eagle team back up and going. Sophie on the day 0 for 1 has a walk in the game. Davis off and going, and she'll take second base there. Stolen base by Davis, and that's her second one. 0-1 to Giordano. Need a response out of this, these Lady Eagle bats here. Crawl back into this thing and what a momentum swing that was. They can come get it back right here, though. Giordano takes that one up high. 3 balls and a strike. Senior night coming up about 10 days from here, 9 days from here, the 14th, will be Lady Eagle Senior Night. Make sure that you're out for that. That one misses low, and Davis going to take off for third base on that one. Just went in the dirt, and so a walk there. And runners at first and third for Kenzie Lyles, and I don't think Coach Turney giving the signal there. Expect Giordano to be off and running, get her in the scoring position, but you don't want to take the bat out of. I was saying, nobody down here, bottom of the 5th. Lady Eagles with an opportunity. They've got things brewing here. Tying run is at the plate. That one bounces around, and that will get Giordano there, and it will get Davis home. A good piece of running on a ball that did not get too far away. So put the run there, take that one off, and now another run. 6-4. Still tying run there at the plate in the form of Kenzie Lyles. Scott will rock back and deliver this one. That one up and out of the zone. And she has had trouble finding the strike zone as it's 2-0 now to Kinsey. You don't want to let up and lay one in there. She had a base hit just over the head of the first baseman. Her last at bat. Wind gusting out of here to left field now. Ground that one, boy, and that was a good changeup that was in there. It's the only thing that kept that one in the park because Lyle's just out in front of it. 2-1, 3-1. That's tough positions to be in if you're throwing in here. Definitely a hitter's count. This is wind blowing out. That danger zone is heating up out in left field. Scott rocks back, delivers this one. That one bounces around. Good job behind the dish by Laughlin. That keeps Giordano there. Eddie Wright would be next. Three and one from Scott. She looks in at Lyles, and Lyles right back up the middle from where it came, and they'll hold Giordano, and knew that was going, but Lyles is going to scoot her way down to second base and right up the cut. Good piece of hitting by Kenzie Lyles, and she does more than just hit the ball out of the park. She hammers the ball anywhere she's at. And now a base hit would score 2. And boy, how big is this? If you're curious, yep, that's Kaylee Methvin that's coming out on deck. And that is just huge. It was moments ago that she was laying motionless out in the circle from that ball she got hit on. And I told you that she's tough as nails, and if anybody's going to get up and get back in, it's Kaylee Methvin. That one taken for the strike. And boy, that is so good to see. That's just such a momentum boost for you and an encouragement for you to see her smiling over there in the on-deck circle. So Kaylee Methvin would be next. Wind is blowing out again. Addie Wright looks this one, and she grounds that one off to the right side of the pitcher. That's going to score the run. Tough play over at first, but will be made. And G comes around to score. And there are now 6-5, 2 outs. And how wonderful is this that Kaylee finds her way back in. Well, how perfect would a home run here be from Methvin? So good to see her up and not showing any signs of being knocked down a little earlier. Coming in to say, you know what, give me that lead back. Methvin strides in, and she is none the worse for wear in this one. Lifts that one up, so the drama of a 2-run home run. Oh, that bounces around, and that's going to tie things up. That is another error out at second base. That's the 4th error of the game for this Lady Bucs team, and just out of the glove, and that wind blew it around, but that will score the run, and we're knotted at 6. So all the way back come the Lady Eagles, and Methvin now represents the go-ahead run. Parati, her catcher, of course, happy to see her buddy Methvin back in there. And just 1 out here. So not the big flair for the dramatics that you were expecting, but that error off the bat of Kaylee Methvin, and wouldn't surprise me if they go ahead and get a runner in there for. I figured that Lyons would be coming on to run, but Methvin wanting to be out there herself. She's a gamer, I'm telling you, she is tough as nails. That one bounces around, and that's going to get Methvin down into scoring position at second base in a 2-0 count. 2 in the second, 4 in the fifth for Barbe, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, now 3 in the fifth for your Lady Eagles. That one down low, 2 balls and no strike. Correction, 3 balls and no strikes. Well, what a pivotal moment. Get to make then there's ball 4, and Parati will make her way down to first. She'll have runners at first and second, and I think Coach will get a courtesy runner in here now, and that's Adeline Ledette that will come in and run. Oops, going the wrong way. Yeah, that's Ledette that goes out to first base. There you get a good look at her. Coach Hunter talking to her. Coach Hunter was on the show Sunday, did a great job with us. And now Keogh will come in to bat since she had to come in and pitch. So that effectively kills the DH. Keogh will step out. And Sawyer Shelton waits on deck. This is the kind of inning that you needed to come back from. Boy, what a very heartwarming turn of events for this one. Again, you see Sawyer there on deck waiting for her turn at it. That one across the top of the strike zone. Seems to have a mind of its own today. Tries to get that bunt down, and it comes foul, but a good idea by Keogh. And she's going to be out trying to lay that bunt down. No, that was strike 2. If I just get my scoreboard right, that would probably help things, wouldn't it, folks? Appreciate you watching us here. In spite of my apparent lack of knowledge of anything sports related, I'll own it. I'm Doug Gann, 446 Sports. Delighted to have you with us. Keogh trying to flip this lineup around. Runners at first and second. Lady Eagles have already plated 3 to tie it. That bounces around, and that's going to get the runners to advance a base, second and third. Shelton definitely wants to get back up there this inning. She is 0 for 3 on the afternoon, of the morning. I don't know if we've made it quite to afternoon yet. Nope, just 11:38 on your Saturday morning. Keogh swung through that one, and she is down on strikes for the second out, and that will bring Sawyer Shelton to the plate. Sawyer is due in this one, to say the least. Gets measured up. 4th time now that she's seen Scott. 4th trip through the lineup for the Lady Eagles. Starts with Shelton. And that one is smacked over there, and that's going to be a good base hit that gets a run in. 0 for 3, no more, and Shelton's going to end up down at second base. And a good single. Takes second on the throw, but good piece of hitting by Sawyer Shelton, an RBI. And that gives the Lady Eagles back the lead. And Beltrago will stride in. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Menard. Now 6-9-4 for the Lady Bucs. And there you get a look at Drago. That one up high and out of zone. Too late. Yeah, they got to turn around and go. And you'd rather miss and be safe than you would one miss. Anytime, if you hesitate there at third, you're going to be in trouble. Lady Eagles would like to get these in, get them some some space divided in this one. They have equaled the 4 runs, so they're back to where they had the lead before Kaylee went out. We expect Kaylee will be back in the circle for the Lady Eagles. That would be just a tremendous, tremendous story. That one over into right field, but camping out under that one comfortably is Bailey Saunier. But the Lady Eagles equal the Barbe 4-run 5th inning, and Methvin is making her way back into the circle there, guys. And what a tremendous, tremendous show of determination, heart, and character and resilience from Kaylee Methvin. Way to go, Kaylee. We'll be back top of the 6th right after this.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Marley Jubert will lead things off for this Lady Bucs team. Menard leads this one 7-6, top of the 6th inning. That one fouled out and out of play. And this is where, you know, she's got the heart and the desire, but we'll see what she is able to do here. But I'm telling you, just the courage that she showed to get back out there after that hit. Just why she is who she is. That one ground foul towards third base as well, and nothing in 2. Good looking pitch and down on strikes, and that is just bringing it from Methvin. Marley Joubert down on strikes, and Taylor Lacombe. Taylor had that big play out in left field, or that near play, but just gave it all, hit the fence in foul territory, and the ball was jarred loose out of that. Came off, had a hit after that. One misses low. Lady Eagles would like to hold it right here, come up and grab a couple of insurance runs. Weather so far holding out. That one has popped foul. Eddie not able to get to it. That one lifted high and down the line. Going to be caught there by Keogh as they have set things back defensively like they were. And that'll be back to the top of the lineup, Anella Kay. Misses that one down low, and ball 1. rock backfire. This one misses there. 2 balls and no strikes. Got to get through this top of the order one more time if you are the Lady Eagles. Getting 8 and 9 retired was solid, but now you've got to get back to the top. Lyles is going to boot that one, and it's going to go out into the outfield, and that will have Kay on first base. Second error of the game for the Lady Eagles, and that will bring up Morgan David. David 0 for 2 on the day. That one lifted foul and backing out of play. Well, you'd really like to get this one out. You don't want to put a runner on with Scott, who's 2 for 3 and 3 RBI on the day. Would be next. She had that 3-run double. That one is out to Sophie. She's going to dive forward and glove that one, and that will retire the side. And the first one over there is Methvin. And a very excited Lady Eagles team as they come off. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th. 1-run advantage for the Lady Eagles when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.
Back here for the bottom of the 6th we go. Emma Davis will lead things off for the Lady Eagles. Davis, Giordano, and Lyles due up in the bottom of the 6th. They'd like to get a couple of insurance and go shut it down and wrap this first one up, get it in the books. Again, been a week since the Lady Eagles played. It was that Port Barry game Thursday ago, so an 9-day layoff for the Lady Eagles. It's just that quirkiness of the scheduling. Season's got just about 10 days left in it. That one smoked down the line, but foul. And he's like, well, if it had just been over here where I was at, I could have that one. And you see that group of dads that hang out and cook and watch. He said, yeah, I'd have had that if it would have just been a little closer. He explained it back in the day. This is how I would do that. 0-1 to Emma. Bounces in front of the plate up in ball 1. Not sure what Coach Turney will do in that second game. It's now looking more and more like it could happen. Emma crushes this one way back, and it is over the fence. Emma Davis, home run. Big time work. Let's go the right way with her. She'll get the play action here at third. And makes her way in home. Big time home run, Emma Davis. Bring Giordano to the plate, score the run there, and that's the kind of insurance that you wanted. You don't want to get up and one run beat you or tie you in this one. And if they can pick up a couple of more in this one, you'd certainly feel comfortable in it. But with Methvin in the circle, I think you feel just fine. Soph watches that one go through for strike one. Well, that's what you want to lead off an inning. Got up in that wind and it pushed it over that left field wall. Giordano right up the middle gets the base hit. And Sophie's now 1 for 2. Makes Emma Davis 2 for 4 on the afternoon. That solo shot was an RBI for her. And Kenzie Lyles has watched for Sophie to be off and running. Talking to Coach Hunter there. That one up and out of the zone for ball one. And this Lady Eagles team, we told you, scores runs in bunches. They've got 8 of them today. They'll need them next game as Calvary comes to town for that 2 p.m. start. Dreaded words, weather permitting. Kenzie with a base hit. She continues to rake in this one. Kenzie Lyles now 3 for 4 on the day. And runners at first and second for Addie Wright. Addie Wright, an RBI on the day and a walk, has scored a run. And make a pitching change without coming out. Interesting. Looks like their right fielder Bailey Saunier will make her way in, so it is a Fostering Community pitching change. Don't forget, the Fostering Community is working on Easter baskets now. If you've got something you'd like to add, check them out on Facebook at Fostering Community. Working on certainly the foster family community in this area. But it is Fostering Community pitching change. Saunier will come to the circle when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
We are back here, and Addie Wright will be the first to face. Well, that weather looks like it's 3 o'clock is when it's going to get here, so they would be well served to get that other game going. They can move it up just an hour. You think you've got an opportunity, maybe get that deal started by 1 o'clock or so. It's nearing 12 now. I think they're done with that game. That one bounces in, ball one. Rain has held off most of the morning, but ladies and gentlemen, it's gone its way. Looks like these storms really fire up around 3 o'clock is when they start going. Swung on and missed from Addie, and that's ball and a strike. Don't forget, join us at 7 o'clock out at Buffalo Wild Wings tomorrow. We will talk around the diamond with Turney and Marks. We'll talk softball from 7 to 7:30, and then baseball from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Forget, Menard is going to be the host home of the ASL baseball and softball championships at the end of the month, the last weekend of April. The Association of Christian Educators of Louisiana will be out here, and we'll bring you every pitch of that one. That one lifted high by Addie into center field, but that young lady, Olivier, has been out there and been solid. That's her 5th chance and put out today. And the first out, and that will bring Methvin back into the circle. Addie's talking to her a little bit, seeing as how it's the first time that she's seen her. We don't think an hour makes a big difference, so if they can somehow get that game pushed up to about 1 o'clock, may be able to get it in before the bottom drops out of it. That one misses down low, and the runner's hung up a little bit. Good job by Lyles out at first not to overrun Giordano there at second base. You got to be cognizant of the ball that's coming in and that runner that's out and ahead of you. That one bounces around, and that will move the runners up. Lady Eagles looking to add a little bit more to it, the one out here, but if they can plate a couple of more. That one lifted high. That's not going to do it. It drops, though, and it will do it. See, I announcer jinxed it the other way, and Sophie will come around to score. And Amelie Lyons will come in to run. She runs for Methvin. Methvin has reached on errors the last 2 at-bats, but have put runs across the board, so she's okay with that, I gotta believe. And now squaring around, and that one is a good-looking bunt and hustling down the line. She's gonna be safe at first. Everybody's safe. Way to hustle down there, Kate Perotti. Put that ball down just in the position where you had to put it. And Ledette will go in now and run for the catcher, Kate Perotti. Mika Keogh walks in. Big moment here in this one as the Lady Eagles lead this one by 3. Like to put across one more if you could. That one is going to be up and over there. Good work there by Laughlin, and she's been solid behind the dish the entire time. Comes up and gets another one, and it's back to the top of the Eagle lineup, and Sawyer Shelton. Sawyer got her first base hit. Her last at bat. Shelton walks through that one for ball 1. Bases stay loaded. For the Lady Eagles, they lead this one 9-6. 3-run lead after they trailed by 3 back in that 5th inning. They've come all the way back. And that one is just poked over the head, and that's going to get to the fence. And that's just Sawyer Shelton doing what Sawyer Shelton does. She's got a bases clearing triple, or double correction, and Sawyer Shelton puts it right where she wants to put it. Big day again for Saw. And Annabelle back in there, so we'll clear all of these off, and let's add a 3 spot to the board. 12-6 now. Lady Eagles lead this one. That one bounces up for ball 1. We have reached noon on here, high noon at the Eagles Nest. Not quite the OK Corral, but it's high noon. Eagles 4 in the 5th, 5 now in the 6th. That one lifted high and out of play into that construction area. The Eagles now 4 runs away from ending it. Unless it's 8 after 5. What do you do? That one, top half of the strike zone, 1 ball. Correction, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Bell trying to keep things going. That one will bounce in and fill things up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget, this is game 1 of 2, dare I say, weather permitting. We'll keep an eye on it. Good way to find out if the games are on or not is just give us a follow on Facebook. Or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. And out of the zone. Just a moment ago he said 3-2, and now he says it again. So Drago now will face the payoff pitch. Wind continues to just whip up here. That one lifted high. Scott's going to come up, or Olivier, a diving catch. That one is down, not going to have it. And tremendous effort out in center field by Sydney Olivier, who is first one she's not caught that's come out her way, but my goodness, what an effort on that one. That will score 1 and now 13. To 6. And all Emma did her last time up was hit it over the left field wall. Emma 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. Lady Eagles trying for some magic here, trying to walk this thing off. Still some work to do though. 7-run lead here as it's 13-6. That one lifted high and not. That's safe, and you can't see it right behind the dugout, but it did drop there, and that'll even things up at a ball and a strike. Barbe will be headed to Alexandria Senior High to take on the Lady Trojans. That one bounces around and a snap throw down to first. Not going to get a diving Drago there. 2 balls and a strike. We'll head down between games and get some of those smoked chicken wings. So we'll stop this broadcast, and you'll have to pick back up the next one when it comes around. If it's at 1 or at 2, we're not sure. And I'm the only one suggesting that they move that thing up an hour. I know that they're talking about it, but everybody sees that radar coming in. on ball 4, and that will bring the potential game-ending run to the plate in the likes of Sophie Giordano. Giordano strides in. She has an opportunity to end this. That one fouled off, and we'll get back to the wall. Sophie visibly just uncomfortable that that back has bothered her all season long. But again, this group of Lady Eagles just toughing things out. She toughs that one and drives it down the line and foul. So an opportunity to end it here, or then they could go to the top of the 7th, and you like your chances with a 7-run lead. And Methvin back in the circle. After Methvin went out, they put up 10 runs, 10 unanswered. That one fouled out of play. Staying alive is Giordano. Great crowd that made it out here for Saturday morning softball. Having to whisper a little bit as we're up in the crowd. There's Sophie that hit that one down the line, and it's going to be caught out in left field. Tremendous play. But Sophie put a charge in it, but out there and waiting in left field was Taylor Lacombe, and she pulls that one in. 6 runs, 6th inning, though, and the Lady Eagles cruising in this one 13-6. We'll be back to see Methvin shut things down in the top of the 7th when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
We're back here looking to finish things off in the 7th inning. Bailey Scott will lead things off for Barbe. Methvin will try to get out of this. That one lifted high. Addie giving chase, comes back into fair territory and secures that one. And don't underestimate how difficult that was, as she had to float back over, and that wind just pushing that way. Ball started out in foul territory near the grass and floated back over. Taylor Corman, designated player, will stand in. Kaylee misses low. There, look at the book on Kaylee in this one. Kaylee 5 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts in this one. That one misses low. Keogh came in and pitched an inning in between while she was shaken up. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and 2 walks in that one. But Methvin settled in, came back, and the Lady Eagle bats got hot. And again, we told you that, yes, she's got a lot of strikeouts, but she's not looking to throw strikeouts. She just wants to put the ball in play and let the Lady Eagles defense work for her. That one ground over to third. Look at the line scores on today's ball game. 6 runs for Barbe, 9 hits. 6 errors loom large in that one. 13 runs for the Lady Eagles, 12 hits and 2 errors. They've not done the damage that the errors that the Lady Bucs have had. Don't forget, following this, we'll shut off our broadcast and start the next one whenever it may be. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes, and that is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Kaylee, and now 1 out away from putting this one in the books against 5A Lady Bucs of Barbe. Again, Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Excited to have you out here with us on this Saturday morning brunch at the ballpark. Swung on and missed. Good looking swing by Olivier. Olivier, the center fielder for this Lady Bucs team, solid out there in center field. Nearly had that diving catch a moment ago. That one slips out of the hand of Kaylee and out for ball 1. We play top of the 7th. Lady Eagles cruising in this one thanks in part to a 4-run 5th and a 6-run 6th. Had 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th, and 6 in the 6th to take this big lead. They trailed at one point 6-3 in this one, and that one misses out of the zone. 3 balls and a strike. Kaylee throws that one by Olivier and fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good looking change up, down on strikes, and that will be the ball game. That takes care of business here. Lady Eagles win. They win this one 13-6 over the 5A Barbe Lady Bucs. That will wrap things up from this one. If I'm looking over, Sawyer had a big game. She had been over 3 and then back-to-back hits and 4 RBI on the day for Sawyer Shelton. Drago had a hit. Emma Davis, the big home run. Giordano 1 for 3. Lyles 3 for 4. Continues to hit the ball well. Addie Wright added an RBI and scored a run. Kaylee Methvin 2 for 3. An RBI and a run scored, but came back and pitched masterfully in this one. She goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. In fact, she struck out the last 2 players. She throws 96 pitches in this one, 57 of them in the zone. Losing pitcher in this one today is Scott. She goes 5 innings, allowed 10 runs, 6 of those earned, 5 walks. Defense let her down in this one, though, as they had 6 errors on the day. That's going to wrap it up. We will let you know just by following along when we will go back on for game number 2. That's the Calvary Lady Bucs Calvary Lady Cavs come to town, and that's going to be a big one. That's going to wrap it up here. Eagles win. Lady Eagles win 13-6, 13-10-2 for the Lady Eagles, 6-9-8 for the Lady Bucs, 6-9-6 for the Lady Bucs of Barbe. It's been a great one. We will see. I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.